We have a ton of positive energy going forward this weekend, but there's also some pitfalls that we need to be mindful of so that we do not invite in scenarios to our life that could be easily avoided. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your weekend focus for September the 16th and the 17th, 2023. I got marbles in my mouth. Okay, let's start with the numerology. Saturday, we have the energy of the 16. The 16 is all about awakenings. The 16 is about breaking through that glass ceiling. The 16 is stepping into a whole new path and not recognizing a lot of what's around you because of the 16 energy. 1 plus 6 is a 7. The 7 is about standing in your truth. The 7 is about bringing beauty and harmony into relationships, into our environment. And oftentimes under a 7 energy, we will find areas where we need to compromise. So make sure that you stand in your truth. You don't give a part of yourself away or something that you like or deserve or want or need. It's got to be a two-way street. It's got to be 50-50. It's got to be a win-win. If we look at the numerology of the day, it would be 9 plus 7 plus 7 gives us a 23 energy, knowing that there is a higher power to connect to trust in, to believe in, that is preparing the path forward for us, that loves us, that protects us, and gives us what we need if we don't fight the current, if we go with the flow. Okay, and that happens when we start believing. Now, 1 plus 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is a 5, and that's about creating happiness and joy and giggles and laughter, raising that energy, allowing your creativity to shine, letting your inner expression to come out, allowing a little bit of romance into your life. On Sunday, we have a 17 energy, so making the impossible possible. Only you can see the vision in the way it's meant to be, because you are unique and your thoughts are unique. So you see the way forward, where many feel that there is no way, or maybe you've been stuck and you haven't been able to see the way forward. I mean, we just went through a whole Mercury retrograde, and that stalls out the best of projects. So now you're seeing perhaps where you can create the momentum again, how to step into it, how to go forward. 1 plus 7 is an 8. Well, that's money in your pocket. Abundance in your pocket, I should say. It's about embracing your strength, embracing your courage, walking with a sense of integrity, taking a risk on yourself, and going after your dreams and desires. Daily numerology for Sunday would then be a 9 plus 8 plus 7, which is a 24 energy, and that is about creating love in our worlds, growing those relationships strong. It's also about changing our habits, changing our behaviors, taking new steps forward, leaving the past behind. I think I've talked out the 6 so much, I'm trying to think of something new and creative to say with the 6, but over the last several days, it has been nothing but the 6 energy, so I think we all know what the 6 energy is, right? The sun is in Virgo. The moon is in Libra, and it's going to stay there the whole weekend. So what does that mean for us? Well, it's an invitation to create more balance, more harmony, beauty in your life. Throughout the weekend, we may find ourselves going to great lengths, actually, to make things fair, to make compromises when needed. The Libra energy encourages us to seek equilibrium, a fairness in our interactions, how we treat each other. It's an excellent time to mend any kind of friction or imbalances in your relationships. And on Saturday, the moon will align with Mars, so that can stir up strong emotions and desires within us. And this alignment may make us a bit impulsive, urging us to act on our emotions with a sense of urgency. And it's a reminder to acknowledge our emotional desires and be mindful of our reactions. Now, however, Venus, which is the ruler of Libra, is heading towards a square with Jupiter, which will be exact very early on the Sunday morning. So this aspect can bring about all kinds of misjudgments, overblown expectations, particularly when it comes to our feelings, our pleasures, our desires. It's like it's like a magnifying glass that just makes everything bigger than life, okay? So we got to be cautious not to let that energy lead us into like an overindulgence, overstating our feelings, something that we can't take back, something that we didn't mean to say, or overdoing things. Everything in moderation is a beautiful thing, but overindulgence will come to walk our way through that whole guilt thing when it's all over and done with. So avoid those kinds of things. Use this energy as an opportunity to explore new ideas and approaches, especially when it's related to your finances or the heart. Okay. But it also brings in this atmosphere of joy and optimism, generosity. It's ideal for having fun and enjoying life's pleasures. I mean, Venus and Jupiter together. So we should be feeling happy. We should be feeling optimistic. It's wonderful for socializing. And it's essential to be mindful, okay, of the potential pitfalls. This aspect may not be the best for tackling any kind of serious or demanding tasks that require a responsible or conservative. Conservative would be the word attitude, okay, because we'll want to go over the top. We'll want to reach past the limit. We'll want to raise that bar on ourselves. There's a risk if we lower our standards, we might make choices or find ourselves in situations that don't support us later on. So let's embrace the opportunities, okay, for balance, for harmony that Libra is offering us this weekend. Let's also remember to keep our emotions in check and approach our desires and pleasures carefully, a discerning eye. Have fun. Enjoy the moments of happiness, but also be responsible with your choices, okay? So it's kind of a seesaw kind of energy. We got to keep ourselves in check, but we want to experience the happiness, the joy, the optimism that this energy is bringing us as well. Just make sure you're not overindulging. Make sure you're not going overboard on something. Make sure you're not exaggerating something in order to get the buy-in you want, okay? Because you can't go back on it. People hold you to your word and your actions. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, that was a funky cut. Okay, so we have the Hangman. Hold back, pull back. Of course, we want to be in the moment, but we want to look at the different areas of our life that we want to add goals or dreams or desires to, where we want to grow, where we want to step into new beginnings. And so the Hangman is saying, not quite yet. We don't want to make that decision. We don't want to carve it into stone that we want to go this path. We want to wait for a little bit more clarity, a little bit more understanding. Understand if we have the time, the energy, the resources to actually go forward. If not, we need to look at our lives, our routines, change them up so that we are maybe saving money, or we are opening up a time slot for ourselves, or we are able to bring in more energy for ourselves. We have the King of Pentacles. Well, the King of Pentacles, we had the number 8, and of course the King of Pentacles shows up. He is the richest guy in the deck. Well, besides the Emperor and the Empress, I'm sure. But he is the richest king. His abundance is so big, he can't put it on his lap. He's got to kind of straddle it in between his knees. Now, pay attention to his crown. His crown is a living vine, okay, which means we have to think outside the box. Yeah, he's tried and true and traditional. He's all of that, but he also looks for the expansion of the new, the twist, right? I had a toaster that you had to lay down the sides. I'm sure you all knew. And like you'd burn your fingers and stuff, and it'd be really hot. And then you have to flip over the toast while it was really hot, put it back up. But if you put butter on it before it toasted, oh, it was a real treat. Anyways, and then we took that toaster and we said, let's have a button where it just goes down and it pops up and it toasts on all sides. And now there's all kinds of different toasters that, they're on a a rolling belt and stuff like that. But it's taking the tried and true, but putting a little bit of a twist, a little bit of uniqueness to it, a little bit of originality to it, that really skyrockets. Now, does he take risks? Absolutely, but they're educated risks. He does his research. He asks the questions before he goes in that direction. He wants to, take away some of that risk factor, put the favor more in his direction, right? So we have to think things through a little bit, but we want to think outside the box. And we have the moon here, strong energy, okay? And this is about our inner child. This is about our heart center. This is about knowing, how to bring in balance into our life, what actually brings joy to us, what motivates us, what fills us with passion, how we give in relationships, how we take from relationships. It's the heart center. And it's about going within and being true to yourself, true to your emotions, true to what makes you happy, motivates you, fills you with passion, fills you with love and desire. And we have judgment. Wow, can we have a little bit more of a heavier hand here for us for this weekend? The judgment is here. Now, first and foremost, stop judging yourself so harshly. We are our worst critics. We say things to ourselves we would never say to another human being, or even an animal for that matter. But we say it to ourselves. I think I shared this with you, but the other day I dropped something and I went, oh, I'm such a klutz. And I went, oh, I am not. I'm not a klutz. I really am not a klutz. Occasionally, I may knock the odd thing over. I might drop the odd thing. I might take a wrong step and lose my balance a little bit. But I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, a klutz. But it's amazing how that mind is right away triggered to the insult. And I've been working hard at this, and I'm pretty good at it, let me tell you. But it still comes up now and again. Now, I ended up arguing with myself, and I told myself off, and I told myself that I am a great person, and I am not a klutz. And so you need to do that too in your life. Embrace the originality of who you are, the uniqueness of who you are. Also, don't stand there and judge yourself to somebody else or their life circumstances. You don't know their walk unless you walk it yourself. And the grass may look greener on the other side of the fence, but it could be artificial turf. You don't know these things. So, don't compare yourself. And I tell you, society, advertising, does try to get us to constantly stand next to the other person and say, "Oh, they got that dress on that was on the whatever magazine." I don't want to give anybody, but or you see somebody, and I always saw that on sale at Walmart. They must not have much money. We do these things, or we could do these things overall. Concentrate on you, the beauty of you. Compare yourself to yesterday. That's it. That's all you have to do. Compare yourself to yesterday. Are you the same? Are you better? Have you dropped the ball today a little bit? That's where we need the true judgment to come in, and have an honest approach to yourself. Know that if you decide to sign up for a course and it's a 4-month course, that you're not going to get it done in 2 weeks, no matter how you mastermind it. Okay, let's go to our Nature's Whispers, our Oracle cards. It's been a beautiful big crystal sitting on this since yesterday, so during the new moon. So look at that, huh? So we should get a beautiful message come across. And of course, I smudged. You should always, get sage or sweetgrass, or what's that little wood called? I forget. It starts with a P. I know that much. Anyways, scientists have done research on it, and they have decided that there are such a thing as good smoke and bad smoke. So what they did was they took a room and they filled it with like 300,000 airborne viruses, and then they smudged the room, locked the doors, came back 24 hours later. And they found that checking on it, and they checked it on daily for 30 days, not any virus was found in the room for 30 days. So what the good smoke does is it surrounds itself around the airborne virus, smothers it, weighs it down, and once it hits surface, it dies. So yes, our ancestors were right again. So if somebody's sick in the house, smudge, but just to get rid of the negative energy and stuff. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there, just like an airborne virus. We'll never see that virus. Can you imagine if you did? Oh my gosh, that'd be scary. Anyways, we got 41, be in service. Big amoeba coming at you. Okay, 41. Oh, it's in my mind now. I can't make it go away. Okay, be in service. Give back to the world. When we give in equal proportion to that which we receive, we are able to maintain balance. There are so many people who are in need of you. Being in service can be as simple as a kind word, holding a door open, joining in on a cleanup effort. Look to nature and its ability to support according to what is needed at that time. Your efforts in supporting others around you will help to create the energy needed to support humanity. So create that energy around you. So it's addictive, right? If everybody just paid it forward, right? What a world, right? Let's get an animal. So don't forget to pay it forward. It does increase your energy, and you want to be with the flow, right? So if you just get money come in and you hoard it, you stop the flow of that money. What you want to do is you want to flow it. You want to keep it flowing so it comes back even more plentiful to you next time, and the next time, and the next time. And our animal is the penguin. Authentic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read that for you or not. It's not looking very hopeful though, is it? Okay, the penguins. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.